Good morning, Danny. My name is Isaac Ewosho. Could you please tell me about yourself and your role here at the Student Innovation Center?
Yes, so my name is Danny Orris, and I am the Senior Manager of Operations at the Student Innovation Center. So I kind of oversee all of our staff here at the center and making this place function. I am a Iowa State alum myself. I graduated back in 2010 with a degree in journalism and mass communications. And then I spent most of my career working actually for Iowa State athletics. So I'm repping some
Wow.
of that today. And I helped build Cyclones.tv. I joined the Student Innovation Center in the fall of 2022. So I've been here just over 2 years. And I was the manager of media production. So I oversaw the digital media studio, one of the maker spaces we have down in the basement, as well as the communications for the building. And then in February, I was promoted to the position of senior manager. So now I kind of oversee all of the different areas of the Student Innovation Center. Our director is Jim Oliver, and he's the director of the Student Innovation Center. And then we have an associate director, Abram Anders, who I believe is faculty with English as well. He oversees our innovation programs. So some of the different program offerings that we provide here at the center as well. So that's kind of an overview. Hopefully that was enough, not too much.
Thank you. I heard you were a former student, the alum of Iowa State University.
Yep.
During your time, I don't think the Student Innovation Center was there, was it? And if it wasn't there, what was functioning as the Student Innovation Center?
Yeah,
Then,
so no, when I was a student here, this was an older building and a bigger empty field. So the Student Innovation Center, maybe it was in the ideas of some people around campus, but I, as an undergrad, obviously got into video production, and so one of the areas that was really popular was green. I think we called it ISU TV back in the day. I think now it's called Greenlee TV. And we used the communications building. WOI, which is a news organization based out of Des Moines, actually used to be based here in Ames. And so it was their old studio. So that was kind of the area where we were able to get that hands-on experience with the equipment that really kind of sparked my career. And then also interning with the athletics department as an undergrad student. And so I think that's one of the things that kind of really drew me to this place I wanted to get that hands-on experience as a student, and you had to kind of find it. It existed on Iowa State's campus because Iowa State has always been a really hands-on university when it comes to research and technology and learning new things, but you had to kind of find those pockets. I think the Student Innovation Center is great because it is a very clear building with wanting that to be the experience for students and having those resources in a big glass building where everyone can see them.
thank you. What does it take to keep this edifice, the Student Innovation Center, running smoothly?
Yeah, so it's obviously we opened in 2020, so we're still very, very new as far as buildings on campus goes, and staff groups on campus. And so the biggest thing for us is just ramping up our staffing and getting the right people in the right positions to support students. So building up our staff in our maker spaces, building up our programming staff. And just getting the right people in place to accomplish all of the different goals that we have.
Thank you. Now, my first visit to the center, I noticed there were students seated around, some were relaxing, doing their homework on their laptops. It looks like a chill zone, for students to just come and just hang out. Now, how can students get the best experience out of the Student Innovation Center?
Well, obviously that's the first thing, right? Is to just come and check it out and be inspired by the space. So we do like to have a lot of different pockets and areas around the building with nice seating. We've got whiteboards everywhere for people to kind of ideate and work on formulas or whatever. And so that's kind of that first step of that creative process, just coming in here and seeing the space. I think it sparks some creativity. We also have meeting rooms that are available for students to reserve through our website. So if you have a tutoring session or a group project you're working on, they're a great space that students are able to reserve. But then our other big thing is our maker spaces. So we have like 4 major maker spaces throughout the building, and then a couple other extra ones as well. And that's really for that, hands-on experience. So say you're a student that's interested in starting a business or doing some prototyping. I always tell people, if there's something you want to create, chances are there's somewhere in the Student Innovation Center that we have the tools to kind of help you do that.
Thank you. Speaking on that, you mentioned students interested in creating something. What kinds of students would you have in mind, or is it just any student, or there's a specific group of students you think who can get the most out of the Student Innovation Center?
So the Student Innovation Center is for all students. That's kind of our big message. It's your center and what you want to use up from it and make from it. I think a lot of the different materials and shops that we have on here, maker spaces we have here, a lot of that equipment exists on other places across Iowa State's campus, but you have to be enrolled in a certain course or be in a certain major, and that's not the case here. We do have some requirements that you have to do some online safety training through a Canvas course, and then come in and do hands-on safety training on the actual equipment. But once you have that and you get approved with your badge, then you're able to come in and use the equipment for whatever your project might be. It could be, something for a class potentially, or it could just be something you're wanting to experiment and try out. So that's, I think, what makes this place really unique is it's not tied to you have to be studying this or you have to be enrolled in this class or be this major. You could be an English major that is just really excited about 3D printing or want to build a bookshelf or a writing desk or something like that. That's kind of what we're trying to cater to, is that whole student experience.
Thank you. What is an estimate of the number of students who visit this facility per semester or maybe per year? Do you have a number for us?
I should have a number for this, but I don't. It's really hard to put a number on it. I probably should pull some numbers from our room reservations, our registrations for our events.
You can get
But then
back
we
to me on
also
that later if you don't have
Okay.
it. Yeah, I can
Okay, that
follow
would
up
be
with
good
you.
because then we
Yeah.
also have, classes that are in here. We have a couple general university classes as well. So I would imagine we have a couple thousand students through the door every single day for sure.
Wow. Wow. Finally, what is new at the Student Innovation Center this year or this semester that you would like us to know?
Let's see. We're always offering our hands-on trainings. So we're offering, I think, probably more of those than what we have in the past. This summer, we put a couple new bamboo 3D printers in the second floor makerspace. There's always something new happening in the VR lab, but I probably can't talk quite as much tech as the people in there. One thing we have launched this semester it was our innovation supply station on the first floor. And so that is a shop where students can come and buy the materials that they need for projects. So we have some woodworking materials in there, filaments, thread for, textile projects, a whole bunch of stuff. And then if there's certain things that students want to request, we're totally open to getting those materials in. So it's kind of a great resource for students that they don't have to go, trekking out to Lowe's or to Menards to get some of those supplies. They can come and get them right here. And it's all for cost too. So there's not, big markups or anything like that. So that was a big initiative that we launched this fall. And then another thing that we have coming up, hopefully this spring on our third floor, we're launching our AI Innovation Studio. So we'll have a lot of great equipment in there. It's currently under construction, but we're really excited to launch that. And Abram is kind of spearheading that endeavor too. So, yeah.
Wow. Thank you so much for the time.
Yeah.
I appreciate you carving some time out of your busy schedule to meet with me.
Yeah,
And I look
absolutely.
forward to following up with you to get those numbers of students who visit.
Okay.
And I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day.
Okay, great.
Thank you.
Thanks, Isaac.
Let me stop the recording. I'm going to
Yeah.
edit this. Yeah, go
Yeah.
under stop. Okay, more. Stop recording. Okay, stop.